Puppy Day School people. I just want to give you a precursor to our, sir, Chaz, thank you. I want to give you a couple thoughts about the videos that we have done today for our training segment and for yesterday. They will be self-explanatory when you see them. They are all about getting out and about in the world, which you are all attempting to do. We are starting to work on our leash manners, and those are the things we're focused on. Hey, come here, Lucy, come here. Hi, come sit with me. So really, I just want you to kind of observe. Melissa's working with your puppies while I'm narrating kind of what's going on out in the world. Really think about utilizing your hand targeting when there's distractions, your name game. You could do some go find it's if there's things that are really overwhelming your puppy, to get them to just relax, not obsess about anything in particular. And then we are still working on all the skills that we've been building on the past couple of weeks. We are working on downs, we're working on go to your place, but I really wanted to focus kind of on that initial, the initial behaviors of leash manners and, again, out and about training. So look forward to seeing you guys next week, and enjoy the sun while we have it, and we'll see you guys next weekend, or next week. Bye.
All right, so I'm out here with our little gang. We are down near Richardson Bay Marina, and I have Melissa here today, and we are gonna be working on some leash manners out on the path in a minute, but I'm also just letting these guys investigate down here. Lots of smells, lots of sniffs, and we're working on responsiveness around lots of distractions. So, Louise! Yes, good girl, come! Yay! All right. Very good, guys. So our progression is always to work. Louise! Pop, 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 pop. Oh, you're still eating your cookie. That was it's a big one. It's a big one. Everybody's chewing. Chewing. So our progression is always to start, again, anything we're doing in really non-distracting environments, and then work up to bigger and bigger distractions, so that eventually we have a dog that can respond anywhere and everywhere. We don't really like to work a lot around other dogs in the beginning, because that tends to create lots of different scenarios. Sometimes nervousness for some dogs, sometimes it's just too overwhelming, and sometimes they just want to play. Look at we are perfect. We're so perfect. Look at how happy Louise is. But again, there are massive distractions around here. We've got all kinds of ducks swimming around. We've got the water, we've got the smells. So we are just, anytime we're getting any kind of responsiveness, we are doing lots and lots of cookies and lots of treating. Indy! And again, so here, name game, if I say the puppy's name, we don't get any kind of response, then I'm gonna get a little bit closer. I'll wait till maybe the puppy's not quite as distracted. Indy, yes, good job. Oh, you said, I wanna come in. Hi, good job. Lucy's she's not gonna leave what she knows is a good thing. Hey, Indy, come. Good girl. That was so great. We're so proud of you. Keith, it is complicated. I'm not gonna lie. This harness is not super intuitive. It's been a little wonky 2 days in a row, so I'm just gonna quickly go through this with you. I honestly have done this a million times, and I still have to turn it around because there's labels on every part of this. Ma'am, excuse me. I know, you can smell what's in my pocket. That's really yummy. Here, can you sit? There you go. So I turn this around, I look at the labels to kind of get myself oriented. This one says girth, which means it's going under her belly. This one says shoulder, which means it's going over her shoulder. Okay, and then there's one piece that's really flat, okay, without a piece. So here's how you tell the two different parts. This is the one that's going to attach to your leash, and it has a circle on it. Okay, that's the one that's going to be in the center of the chest. The other one is just flat. It's meant for a seat belt to go underneath it if you need to, and it does have an attachment point. But just remember, the one that has the little circle piece is the piece that's going to be on the chest. So you've got this round piece that just slides over her head. Okay, and then you've got this piece with the little circular attachment, extra piece of fabric. That's going to be the chest piece. And then again, the part that says girth is going to go under her belly. And then you're just going to clip these two side pieces around her belly up onto the back. Okay. So those are the only ones if you undo both of those, all you have to do is slide this, and it's a little snug, but it's fit appropriately. It's just hard to get over her ears. So if you undo both those clips, you're only ever gonna have to just slide it over her head. You're not gonna have her step into anything, okay? And make sure her collar gets above that harness. And again, we're just gonna go ahead and clip these two. There we go. Okay, now our leash attaches to this clip and we are good to go. All right, all right, so we're down here. Melissa's gonna be working with Lucy. I'm gonna be sort of narrating what's going on. We're getting her to just be comfortable on her leash. We talked about this. She has a pretty strong oppositional reflex. So the minute she feels that tension, that pull on the leash, she wants to stop. So we're doing a lot of treating for forward motion. Okay, so we want to be treating as we're walking. Good. And you can just do a lot of back and forth. We want to not treat for the sitting part too much because that's what she wants to do. She wants to stop. So this is a perfect place to kind of practice hand targeting too, or just luring along next to you as you're walking. So the more she stops thinking about her leash and the kind of the feels of it, the more she will stop. See, you can see, like, when, there you go. And we're really you could see when she stopped, and then Melissa kind of put some tension. She didn't want to move, but as soon as she moved, we gave her marker word yes, and then gave her lots of treats. So just back and forth, back and forth. We do a lot of also kind of attention walking. We call it attention walking, where oh, that's beautiful. Look at her, that's so good. Good. So Melissa, you want to walk backwards this way and have her walk towards you so we can kind of demonstrate what that attention walk looks like. So attention walking is where we walk backwards and the puppy walks towards you, and we just reward the puppy for movement in our direction. That can be a really good way to just kind of keep the puppy focused on you. What tends to happen is when they get behind, if we're walking forward, so go ahead, let's demonstrate sort of what that looks like. When you start walking forward and she stops because she gets behind you, now she won't do it because I want to demonstrate it. Oh, that's so distracting. Those geese. Oh, she's doing so good. Yeah, no, it's right. It's inevitable that if I'm trying to describe something that has been happening, that it won't happen on video. It's like bringing your car to the mechanic and all of a sudden it's not broken. But that's good. It means she's really figuring stuff out. All right, and give her a break for a second. So in this kind of a distracting environment where there is just so much going on, there's geese on top of that. Crazy pants. There's just so much going on, and so we stop a lot to just let the puppy check things out. Although she's like, she loves her cookies, so she is, although she's somewhat focused on what's happening out in the water, she is really focused on Melissa because she's got delicious cookies. And so again, we're just gonna stop and kind of sometimes just let her sniff. This is how they're learning about their world. They're investigating everything, and we want to make sure they have plenty of time to figure out their world, because this mental stimulation is equally as important as their training. This is part of what we call socialization. People generally think of socialization as like a dog-to-dog thing or a people-to-dog thing, but socialization is really about just making sure that your puppy has exposure to all kinds of experiences in their world, and they have to have time to kind of ingest all that.